Okay, so we're back to do the between mission stuff for the campaign. And right here, so this is, you pulled everything off the board. So this is everything that like survived that scenario, that mission.
This is what survived and the state in which they survived them, with one exception. In the between missions, all lat teams that are on the map are green. So I just turned everything, no matter whether it was an assault team or not, I made them all fire teams, so we just knew they were all green.
Perfect. Okay, got it. Okay.
One other thing that we didn't have to do so if you look over here on the if you zoom in on the between missions, before we even saved and
we added up
at the end of the last video, we got our 26, I think it was, experience points.
Yeah, we added those up, so that's good. So
the next bullet we didn't have to do because we didn't have any weapons team spotters or HQs on their fire team side. Everybody was in good order already.
Or dead.
Or dead, exactly. So, but like these guys, if they had been fire teams, right, they get flipped over to their own fire team, and if
we'd been so lucky that our first sergeant had only been turned into a fire team, we would have gotten him back.
But now very green first start.
Yeah.
So
and then
where we are now
his third step is you reduced all other lat teams to green experience level. Except those
and then I want to point out
prison guards is interesting. That's cool.
Yes, the ones that are prison guards just come back as whatever they were.
Okay.
But the one thing I want to point out is if you look at our remaining units.
Yes.
And the ones that we have, not the ones we lost, but what steps we're missing. Remember, 4th platoon's only 2 steps to start with. Yep. So we got 1 step missing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps missing. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if you come down to our casualties or our eliminated units, we got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 steps
missing. So we lost 12 steps during the mission.
Correct. Then we have 8 steps here of lat teams.
Okay.
And we have 3 casualties we pulled off, we evacuated.
Right.
And 1 poor casualty we didn't.
So I misspoke. We didn't lose 12. We actually lost 8 steps during the mission, or 6.
We really lost 4 casualties, and everybody else was a lat team.
Yeah, it was a lat team. 4 casualties.
We really only had 4 steps worth of casualties. I think that's a pretty dang good.
Well, considering where we were in the middle, that certainly feels pretty good. Yeah. I definitely, like, thinking about it, we got very lucky that those guys who popped up from the tunnels ran away, like, after 1 turn.
Yes. Yeah, that was fortunate.
We almost lost that fortune when we didn't evacuate this card at the end. I was thinking about that too. Yep. I was like, that was really stupid.
That was stupid.
Really stupid. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So the walking through this process, there's obviously the sequence in the main rules, but I'm going to point out, if you go to the mission
going over
for Vietnam, the campaign special rules number 3, at the end of each mission before reconstitution and promotion, we have to remove 2 veteran steps.
Okay. So we need to
we got to go back down here. And our only veteran steps are remaining we got 4. I would throw out, we probably don't want to take, I would rather keep 2 on 1 and lose.
Will we not be able to use experience to?
Because then at least 1 will come back a veteran.
Will we not be able to use? We
can use experience, but replacements and lat teams coming back are going to be green.
And so if you have VV,
then we can bump them up.
If you have VVG, that's line.
VVG is line, yes.
Okay, 90%. So I agree with that.
VVG is line.
And basically, these ones that are going to come back, you can't, like, bring them back and raise them up.
You can raise them up, but I think, let's check real quick. I think you're limited to raising them. Well, maybe you can raise them more than 1 level.
Well, all we need to do is if they come in as green and we raise them to line.
Now you can only increase a step by one level between missions. So
I mean, I guess what I'm saying is that if we drop this to L and this to L, and then we'd have to spend.
Well, that's an interesting question.
We'd have to spend 4 essentially to get it back up to like VVL.
Well, so that's a fascinating question that I don't know. The way I have read this, remove 2 veteran steps. I didn't take it as drop them to L. I thought it would be remove them and then we have to replace them.
Actually, I think so. Here's the thing: using experience points happens before replacements over here. So I think the thing is we can only use experience points on and even says here experience points can only be used on units that participated in the patrol mission.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So the thing is the replacements will come in as green, right?
Oh, the replacements are definitely coming in as green, except you'll see right here.
Yeah,
we get like 1 veteran because of every 4 casualties.
So I think, so if VVG is going to be line, then we might not want to. So I think you're right. We should probably keep one of them. Well, no, actually, now that I think about this, there's nothing we can do about these guys turning into line, can we? If VVG means they're line.
Well, hold on. I guess
is VVG line? Do we know that for sure? I think so.
VVG is line.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like if we assign one of these lat teams there, it comes in green, and then we can use experience to bump it to line.
Yeah.
So we can get it.
Yep. So I don't.
But I guess my question is, it says remove 2 veteran steps. So I'm assuming they're gone. Like they're at nothing.
Oh, they're nothing.
That's what I mean, it says remove. It doesn't say degree.
I think you may be right. I was just thinking you demote them. Remove 2 veteran steps.
It says remove them, and it's because of the rotation and the time between things.
Yep. My bad. Yep.
So I think the best we can do is get these all to line. Like, what I think we need to do is, well, first of all, I think we ought to promote one. Let's step back. I am pretty confident that HQs and staff, you'll notice if you look at 12.2, reconstitute squads, the 4th open bullet, newly reconstituted HQs and staff cannot be promoted and are always green.
Yes. So the first sergeant is going to be green.
He's going to be green. So,
So hang on. Let's figure out what are we doing right now?
We just did the special rules. So now we're going to reconstitute with the lats. We got basically 8 things that we can bring back as green.
All right. So first one should be the first sergeant, right?
I think so.
I mean, we need him, and we need to begin building him back up.
So he's green, but he's going to stay green.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do, and here's the thinking. I've tried to. I think that these having the 2 is so we have the ending one.
Yeah.
And so I just put down. He will be green.
Yeah. Okay.
If that makes sense. So
it does.
We can upgrade the lat ones. As a matter of fact, that's an interesting question.
So we're down to 7 lats now, right?
So we're down to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to just pull them off as we get done.
So
do we do
1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, 2nd platoon took a beating, didn't they?
Well, they lost 1, and then we just pulled these off.
So I feel like we should probably do green. We should reconstitute that far, don't you?
Yeah, so that's 4 more left.
Because the thing is, we can then make those guys line, which will help.
Those we can turn into line, and at least they'll stay line when we.
Yeah.
And then we should actually do
that because
That,
we can make him
because then
line.
they can, or actually, that one we didn't need to do. He should get the green so we can bump that up
Well, this
to
guy
line as
maybe we
well.
should do because then we could do VVL and we could have two vets there.
True. True.
Although
So hold
I'd
on.
rather get this to vet. So then first platoon in each one is vet. Although we probably can't do that. I'm not sure we can do that
So we
with.
did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right?
Yes, 6. So we've got 2 left.
Um, I do think the
Yeah.
idea of this one,
Yeah, because we can get him to a vet status.
yeah. So one left.
I don't think at this point it much matters, does it?
You know what? Well,
Wait.
maybe what I'll throw out is this guy is actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should have had that and this two. Those are nothing.
I'd
So-
rather do the mortar because the mortar has to. This guy just shoots. This guy has to draw cards to land stuff, right?
True.
So I'd rather do
That's
that.
our 7. That's our 8.
That's our 8. So that's
now-
reconstitution, right? We've reconstituted.
That was reconstituting, correct.
Right. With the lat teams.
Now we can spend experience points now to upgrade everybody except the first sergeant. The first sergeant is green, but I've got that marked.
Actually,
everywhere we have.
Hang on one second. I think we did do something wrong here.
Okay.
It says that you wait, spend experience. Spend experience points. Oh, sorry. I was reading this. No, that's fine. Basically, this is saying you don't have to use lats to reconstitute the first sergeant. You could just attach. Never mind.
We could just attach. What does that mean?
Well, so in other words, we didn't necessarily have to use a lat to make the first. Well,
Can
actually,
we use a replacement for him?
well, hang on a second. Okay. Well, so it doesn't matter. I mean, basically, all it's saying is that like we could have like used one of the existing steps, detached it to become the first sergeant if we needed to.
Oh yeah. But we didn't
need
do
to.
that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, now we want to spend experience points, and do we want to spend all 26?
Well, I don't know
Are
yet.
we saving
Keep in
some for
mind their
something?
skills.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We should look at.
Well, you don't save them, we lose them, but we might want some skills in the next.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is we should see if we should see what I meant by save them is we should just make sure we don't want to save a few for a skill.
Well, let's think about this. This is going to be a defensive mission.
When acquired, skill markers are immediately allocated to platoon HQ, CO, H staff. No, maybe get more than 3. Refer to the skills chart on the separate player aid.
Yeah, so
Do you know where that is?
I can find it pretty quickly. Which card is that? Skills chart. Where's the skills chart? Maybe.
Do these things actually flip?
Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's. Huh. Where is that chart?
I'll pause while we find it. Well, you say that, but you know the thing is, when I was looking at it, because I know they're counters, I was actually looking for something that had like counters.
So one extra general initiative could probably be really helpful.
So, and is that so? That basically does that we get one extra general initiative every turn?
No, we spend the skill.
Oh,
we use the
buy
skill, get one.
and we get one, and we can
So
use
it's costing us 2 experience to be able to do that. And the one thing I'll point out is
I think this one's more important. I think we should lard up on that one. Auto spot.
Auto spot is probably good. I'm not sure auto grenade's not helpful. I don't think auto infiltrate is because it's a defensive mission.
Yeah. So I would say we should get like 2 or 3 auto spot. So let's say we got 26. Let's say we want to spend 6 on skills. I'm just making that up, but it's make it a nice round number.
It's enough. The other thing to keep in mind is these are limited markers. It's not like
You can buy as many as you want.
you
Okay.
can't buy as many as you want. You get the ones we have, and if you bought, so for instance, if you bought this first general initiative, you're not getting the +1 on the draw.
All right. So let's look. How many of these? How many auto spots are there? So we're only buying 2 auto spots.
Okay.
So let's.
There's 2 general initiatives
Let's
too.
buy those. That would be 6 total. You want to buy that? That's 6.
Let me think.
I mean, we could just buy 1 general, and then buy like an auto grenade. Well, auto grenade and an auto cover. Is auto cover 1?
Yeah, but in the defensive mission, we start out with so much cover.
That's a very.
And we're not moving. We're
And
trying to stop them.
Would
So
we keep these for the next mission if we don't use them?
Nope. You don't use them in the mission, they are gone.
So what about, well, how much is 1 + 1 draw? That's probably cost 2. No, that costs 1. Maybe +1 draw. So we'll get 1.
Yeah.
We'll get one general.
Auto spot initiative. +1 on a draw. So what is that? 6
5. That's 5. And an auto grenade.
and an auto grenade. Yeah. That's what our goal is. That would be 6, right?
Yeah, that would be 6. So let's.
Meaning we have 20 we think we can spend.
Let's see where 20 gets us, and we can then start pulling from this if we need to.
So we said we want to do this one right here.
To
This
line, to keep him veteran, yes.
and that costs 1.
So it costs 1 to go from green to line and 2 to go from line to vet.
I think it's actually more. I think it's 3 to go from line to vet.
Oh dear. Okay.
1 experience to go from green to line, 3 to go from line to vet.
All right. So I feel like we should do enough. Yeah, we should do enough to make sure that this guy's going to be line.
That was 1.
Yep.
And then
Spend 2 there.
2 there.
2 here.
Could spend. Yep. Now, if you spent
6.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go over here so we remember the ones that we've spent.
So that should be like that.
Yeah, and that should be like that. That'll be easy. I think that's how it's intended, so
Yeah.
you easily can know and track it.
So is
and
this,
then after we're done,
is this line? LLG is line?
90% sure. LLNE is line. Now
We should do these 2.
we should, and probably our HQ.
Yeah, we should do all 3 of those.
So that's 3 more, right?
Yeah, 3. Oh shoot! And then we did it the wrong way.
Yeah, I just did it too. We literally just said that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that we've done. So we're down to 18. So that's correct.
I'm gonna suggest that if we want to spend one place, yeah, that's actually a good one. Let's do that. We used a thing on him specifically for that purpose. If we want to spend something, I think a good one to maybe go to veteran would be the EXO, since our first sergeant is coming up to speed.
I think so too.
Having a staff member who's a veteran, so let's spend the 3 to make him a veteran. So we're at 14.
And if we're keeping our 6, that keeps, we have 8 left.
8 left.
Now, one option would be there's 6 that would make all these line.
Yeah.
But in the next mission, you know what's really interesting is if you think about the first mission,
yeah,
it had us do this, but we don't have anything for this.
Yeah.
And
so what is that then?
And if we bring it in now, so I'm going to throw out, we have veteran line green. We should make this a line.
Okay.
And just, he's just line right now.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I don't know how that's handled, like transferring between the 2 of these.
Well, I think right now we're supposed to keep them separately for the rest of the thing. I feel like we should have been
Oh,
forced to. We should have done all of them in the first mission. I don't know how the designers meant that to go.
yeah,
Um,
it's a good question.
what I was going to
If
say
anybody
is,
knows, let us know.
yeah, please.
So if we did, so one thing is if we did, let's see. Well, okay, so this guy's going to come back green, but there's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, so we're down. Are we down to 14? Did we get that right?
I think yeah, we said that we have 8 left if we want
We
to.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9, 10.
11, 12. Yep, 14. So we do have the option of
I think,
2 of these. But what I was going to say is, and this is one of those things, knowing the mission that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things we have to do is take 2 squads, pull them out because they're off on patrol when we're defending. So if we have 2 green squads, you can send them away.
Okay.
So I would throw out.
But then,
I mean,
but the thing
one of
is,
these,
but the thing is, remember that like even if we do throw them out,
it'd be nice if they could come back and still not become vets.
but they can't because they didn't participate in the mission.
True.
So I'm wondering if it is worth spending to make them line at this point.
Ironically, maybe those 2.
Just for the campaign.
That'd be 4 more.
Well, why not do all of them? So that's
We can
6, and then we got 2 left. And then what we can do is we could think about making something veteran.
Nothing can. Well, we could, but then we don't get the 6 on skills.
Right.
But that,
or
I would throw out that may be okay.
And then we would just have 5 on skills.
It could be. So it's either a weapons team or the first platoon.
I like the idea of the first platoon HQ being a veteran. And then we have to give back. We'll give back the auto grenade.
Okay.
Auto grenade actually, let's give back the +1 skill because auto grenade is certain. +1 skill is not.
Yeah.
Does that seem right?
All right.
And so those cost us 5.
And let's make sure the auto spot was
1.
Auto spot is 1. The general initiative is 2, so that's 3, and then 4 is the
auto grenade. That's 5.
Auto grenade. Yeah.
All right. So
that's 5.
I think we spent all 26.
Yep. So now we have. Now we add replacements. And that's in the scenario rules, but we get 6 replacements.
6 replacement steps.
Oh, 1 green replacement must replace a line or veteran platoon.
Okay.
So we're going to have to.
So we'll have to replace this guy?
A platoon HQ.
Wait, I thought it said. Wait, what did it say? 1
green replacement must replace a line or veteran platoon HQ.
Dude, that's absolutely horrific. All right.
3rd platoon back to green.
Well, we should probably. Oh no, we do need to spend that. Otherwise, he's not eligible. Okay, yeah.
Either that or you don't spend the veteran one here.
No, I like having him as a vet. So let's make him green again. Jeez. Thanks, Vietnam.
So that's now
green. Because he replaces that.
Yeah. So that's one of the 6. So we've got 5 left.
Okay, so we got 5.
And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we also get 1 veteran.
Because of our casualties.
Because of our casualties.
Is that right?
Yeah, if you look over at it's under replacements. In addition, some veteran replacements may become available One veteran replacement for every 4 casualties suffered in the mission.
Okay. So it's just
They're in
suffering.
addition to the green. So
we didn't
we
have
actually,
to,
that means we get 6 back.
So what if we were to make this one come back as a veteran? That way we could repoise to like make him a veteran again next turn, and then everybody else comes back green.
And then you get 5 more, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right?
Yep. Yep.
So I believe we've actually been able, because of the minimal losses we had, to reconstitute with these replacements everything. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think that's it. We bought these skills. Now here's an interesting thing.
Where do the skills go?
I'm going to actually save the game because I don't know what happens in the mod with skill markers that we bought.
Well, let's actually. So is that everything? Is that everything we need to do between missions then?
So add the green replacements, discard replacements, spend any remaining skill points. We're going to reset the ammo and fire missions. That's actually going to be done automatically.
And prepare for the next one. Okay.
And well, that's it.
Okay.
So I will tell you this. I'm going to save this real quick because.
Yeah, and I'm actually gonna cut here, and we'll start the next mission in a new video. Because that took us almost a half hour, but I think it was worth stepping through at that level.
Yeah, it's the first time I've really ever done it. So do you want to hit next mission and have people see it, or do you want me to hit next mission and we see what happens?
You've saved, right?
I just saved it.
Go ahead and hit next mission, and we'll see what happens right now, and then we'll come back in the next mission in case we have to clean anything up.
So I'm going to hit next mission. By the way, I went through and added a dialogue. Go ahead and if you click cleanup real quick.
I don't. Oh, there we go.
So are you getting the okay to confirm?
Nope. Oh, there it is.
I went through and anything that kind of had a significant impact, I was like, I'm going to confirm with the user that they want to do this.
Okay.
All right, I'm clicking next mission.